The United States of America is known for three things: democracy, power, and debt. Yikes. A huge chunk of this debt goes into financing a program called student loans. As of today, American citizens owed over $1.7 trillion in student loans, with the average borrower owing just shy of $45,000. And when you overlay this graph with the graph of college degree attainment, you see a relationship. More student loans tend to lead to more college graduates, making the program a smashing success. This view has been held by so many in history, among whom is Nigeria's current president, Bola Tinubu. Long before he became president, he has been a strong advocate for a government-backed student loans program modeled after the American one.
We will give you student loan, our program.
And now that he is president, he finally did it.
President Bola Tinubu has signed into law the student loan bill to allow indigent students in the country access to interest-free loans.
This is not Nigeria's first attempt at government-sponsored student financing. As early as 1972, the Nigerian Student Loan Board was established to support access to higher education. However, it was highly inefficient. The government struggled to get people to pay back, as recovery rates were estimated to be below 20%. More so, it was slow and bureaucratic, as approval could take months. These problems would eventually lead to its demise. The government did not give up, because in 1993, the Babangida regime issued a decree that replaced the Students' Loan Board with the National Education Bank, or EDUBANK. The EDUBANK never began operation till Babangida stepped aside that same year. It won't be until 2016, during the Buhari administration, that Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, sponsored a bill looking to resurrect government-backed student loans in Nigeria. To get a student loan in Nigeria, under that bill, you need a family income under 500,000 naira a year. You need 2 guarantors. Each guarantor had to be either a level 12 civil servant, a lawyer with 10 years experience, a judge, or a justice of peace. Your family can't afford your school fees, and the government wants you to find a judge to vouch for you. I'm sure you see where this is going. The bill eventually went under. The bill came back in 2024 as the Students' Loan Act, and this time they took out all those requirements. It now covers both tuition fees and upkeep allowance. It removes the guarantor requirements. Applicants are verified through the use of JAMB registration number, your BVN, NIN, and evidence of admission. You can also now apply for the loans to be paid directly to your bank account, and you are to start paying 2 years after your NYSC. And if the applicant gets permanently disabled or dies, the debt dies too. This was it. Within just a year of launch, more than 1.3 million applications had been submitted to the NELFUND portal. Of these, over 864,000 students had already received loans by early 2026. By March 2026 alone, NELFUND has given out approximately 206 billion naira in student loans to 1.16 million students, covering both school fees and upkeep allowances. Beyond financial support, NELFUND also began reaching more schools. By January 2026, NELFUND had given funds to students from 263 public tertiary institutions all across Nigeria, including federal and state universities, College of Education, and polytechnics. But I need to tell you something I found out while making this video. I spoke to 10 NELFUND beneficiaries, and 9 of them told me they had no intention of paying it back, unless they were forced, of course. 9 out of 10. And I'm not judging them. I want you to understand why they feel that way. But wait, do you know how I feel that 98% of you watching are not subscribed? Making videos like this are expensive and time consuming. Subscribing helps us reach monetization and gets you more and even better content than this. We have so much more in store. Have you subscribed? Welcome to the family. Now, here's why they feel that way. Nigeria's youth unemployment rate is over 40%. That means nearly half of young Nigerians who are willing and able to work can't find work. Independent estimates are found to be much higher. NELFUND already has over 1 million borrowers now. If even a fraction of them can't find jobs, then we're back to where we were in 1972, where less than 20% of given loans are recovered. The whole system simply collapses on its head. Also, the speed of growth should raise eyebrows. NELFUND already gave out 200 billion naira within its first year while showing no signs of stopping. This means Nigeria is building one of the largest student debt portfolios in its history. And while this is good for the students, it also introduces a lot of financial risk. And beyond its implications for Nigeria, the individual level implications of student debt are no joke. Evidence from similar systems show that indebted graduates are more likely to delay certain things. According to educationdata.org, 51% of owing students who rent homes indicates that their loan debt is a reason they haven't purchased a home. Student borrowers who owe are 11% less likely to start a new business than entrepreneurs with no education debt. Rand.org found that women with higher loan balances were less likely to get married than others with lower or no loan balances at all. This of course begs the question, if we have a country that works, would we need loans to study? It's no news that university fees have become increasingly expensive in Nigeria. However, making this video has made me realize I didn't know even half of it. This is a payment slip from Adekunle Ajashin University from the 2017 to 2018 academic session. And this is for the next session, a 684% overnight increase in school fees. And if you think this is peculiar to AAUA alone, you would be wrong. Universities like OAU, UNILAG, Kaduna State University, Bayero University, University of Benin all experienced percentage increase in excess of 200%, with UNILAG and OAU experiencing 368% and 476% increase respectively. So let me make sure I have this right. The government underfunds its own universities. The universities raise fees to survive. Students can no longer afford those fees. The government creates a loan program so students can borrow money to pay the fees the government allowed to rise. At this point, NELFUND starts to feel less like a solution and more like a government-sponsored antidote to a poison it's created and forced us all to drink. And this is where it gets complicated because NELFUND is helping real people. The 864,000 students who got disbursements, many of them would not be in school without it. And that is not nothing. That is someone's life changed. But the question the fee slips also forces us to ask is this: in a country that works, would we even need this? If Nigerian universities had been properly funded for the past 30 years, fees would not have exploded. And if fees had not exploded, families would be able to afford them. And if families could afford them, then there would be no need to borrow. You see, NELFUND is not the story. NELFUND is the receipt. The receipts for decades of underfunding, for the oil money that didn't become education money, for policies that squeezed institutions until they had no choice but to squeeze the very students they were built to support. And now, the same government that oversaw that squeeze is offering to lend you money to survive it. The same hands every single time. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.